are back for our third video in our Wedding Wednesday series.
Flash your ring.
Yes, I am. We are back this week to actually talk about our wedding.
Right.
We're going to provide you guys with a wedding update. This will be month 14. We started planning our wedding 15 months out.
Right.
And so from month 15 to month 12, we'll just kind of do a synopsis of what we did during those months to start planning our wedding. So
yeah. Also, if you see us looking down, we have our notes, right?
Yes.
So don't think some crawling on the ground or something every time we look down. No, we just looking at our notes. Yeah.
All right. So we got engaged in July. Didn't really say anything. Didn't really act on it until maybe a couple of weeks before I got my ring.
All right.
So like the end of August, beginning of September, I was like, we got to figure out what we want to do. And I started bugging him.
You weren't really bugging. I wouldn't say it's bugging. You're trying to make sure we get everything together.
Yes. So the first thing we did once we said, okay, we're going to do it, we decided on how much
budget
money we going to spend.
Budget.
So we sat down, we looked at our finances together, what's going in, what's coming out, our savings. Like we just sat down and looked at all of that so that we can figure out a realistic budget.
But we came up with a budget, and I don't know what happened between that number and these other numbers that got thrown in there afterwards. Our budget went up a little bit.
Well, in my defense, okay, so if our budget is here, the decisions that we were making to hire were like here. Okay? So
the discussions, not the discussions we were having.
Oh, but then we picked them all.
We ended up picking them all because you raised this up.
So back to my visual. As we started picking the higher end, I had to go ahead and bring this up. Okay?
All right.
So we had to figure out what we wanted for our wedding. So the first thing is that I really wanted a destination wedding. I love destination weddings. So I wanted to go to an island to get married. However,
but I knew that, with my family and traveling, it wasn't going to be feasible enough. I wouldn't probably have the people that I really wanted there to come because of how far it might be, to travel, So that's why we kind of decided on right there in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And we would do a destination wedding, but not outside the country. So we figured we would go back to the root of this whole engagement proposal thing. Yes. And we decided on New Orleans. Yay. So, and plus we just love New Orleans too. So
New Orleans is a vibe. Like, I was so excited to get to New Orleans. Like, I feel like people who go to New Orleans and don't really take in and become fully immersed in their culture, like, y'all did it wrong. Y'all wrong. Like, stop.
Yeah.
Rewind. Go back. And then press play.
You gotta embrace it. Yeah, you gotta embrace it.
The Creole food, it is phenomenal. And we are drinkers.
Yes. I'm
glad
you said we.
Well, him more than me. Well, every time we record a video, I got a glass of wine or something.
So I'm glad you said we.
We're drinkers. When we go on vacation, we TU for sure. So, New Orleans was the perfect place for us because we like to eat and we like to drink. And so that's what we was doing.
That was a perfect combination. Shoot.
Yes.
And the food was good, so we had to find a place there.
Yeah, so we decided on New Orleans. We kept our wedding stateside. So
after that, we tried to choose. When we found the location, we had to choose the venue with our vision of it being an intimate wedding, an intimate destination wedding. How about choose a smaller location, but with all the feels of a wedding. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So I wasn't familiar with anything in New Orleans. So I didn't know. And so I did a lot of research. I think I hounded this guy here a lot. We decided that we didn't want to have our wedding separate. So we didn't want to have our ceremony here and then our reception at another place. If we were already asking people to travel in, we kind of wanted to be seamless for them.
But that was just better for us. I mean,
yeah.
I'm trying to be as hands-on as possible.
Yes.
Try to take some pressure off me lady, because I know I've heard of bridezillas.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty aware that it can be hell for the husband. So I try to take the pressure off for her, you know what I'm saying? So any input she need me to put in, I'm there. She need me to look at something, anything like that, like I'm there for her. You know? And I put my input into what I would like, because it's our wedding. Of course, I'm gonna make sure she gonna be 110.
Yes.
But I get a little 50%.
Yeah. Well, I don't want it to be like, it's about me. It's definitely about us. There are certain things that I definitely envision. And because I am the party planner, I think I have, I'll be putting in a lot more input than this guy. This is king of, hey, babe, my friends are about to come over and we about to play spades. And I'm like, you got food to offer people? You got alcohol? Now they gonna bring their own bottle. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, y'all know y'all know how we get down. We shoot a text down, somebody bring wings and we straight. Somebody bring some beer, we good. Oh, I got a bottle, we can crack open this. We can split that in shots. I bet. We make a way quickly. Y'all playing. We just
I don't want my guests to bring anything to my house. I want to have the alcohol. I want to have the food. I want to have the entertainment. I want to have everything. So, before we chose our venue, we sat down to kind of think about what was the most important aspects for each other for this wedding. So, for Corey, it was food and alcohol.
Yes.
That was very important. That was top priority for him. For me, it was the destination, the photography and videography, and the venue. Right. And so I guess we kind of wanted like this ambiance of like a lounge feel. And so I went on, I did my research. I did a lot of video tours. I was showing him like, you like this layout? You like this? If we move this over here, you want to see this? He was just kind of like,
I was with it. I was with it.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. And then we chose our venue. We thought it was perfect. A tip for you guys, when you're looking for a venue, a lot of times you can ask the salesperson that you're working with to give you contact information for people that have previously had their events there. And they were gracious enough to give me about 3 or 4 emails, and I reached out to the couples and they responded right away. And the first thing that they said about the venue prior to us booking was the food was amazing. I was like, okay, that is major on his list.
Good.
They're like, the bartenders really keep the party going. I was like, okay, that's on my list. So it was just like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
So they gave us a quote and we went ahead and paid 33% on that and booked our venue.
All right.
Yes.
So after the venue comes the vendors.
Yes.
So I think the top thing that we was trying to get was a wedding planner / coordinator. But we didn't want the planner to be planning solely our wedding, like having all that input into. We didn't want the wedding planner. We didn't want the wedding planner to basically. Golly, you fuck me up.
Okay, so we were at the biggest obstacle for us is that we don't know New Orleans. We didn't know it. How are we going to choose reputable vendors to work for to hire for our wedding if we didn't have anybody that was there that was stationed? So I did talk to this wonderful lady, and we ended up booking her, and she is stationed in New Orleans. She owns her own company, her wedding planning company, and she is actually a date of month of coordinator. So what that means is 45 days outside of the wedding, she takes it over. She only contacts Corey and I for like emergencies or to make last minute decisions. We'll do the planning. You just tell her this is what we want, this is what we want, and then she executes. And that was important for us because we still got to do the planning for the most part, but we were able to get it executed by somebody that can maneuver in New Orleans. We don't know New Orleans.
We don't really know New Orleans. All we know is Bourbon Street.
That's it.
At the top of the diagram, you got the coordinator. Then it just branches off to everything else. And we had to make sure that coordinator was going to be the right person. And right. I think I know we found the right person.
Oh, yeah. We love Stacey.
Stacey, that's my dog. So,
girl.
After that, the second biggest thing was the photographer.
Photography was really big for me. With our wedding coordinator, we booked them. She did give us our recommendations. They were really, really good photographers. But we found this girl that's in Atlanta. She was like featured on one of the wedding magazine pages that I follow. And I was like, oh my God, I love her work.
Oh yeah. It's crazy. As soon as we started trying to plan a wedding, that's all on her Instagram feed. I mean, nothing but weddings. I'm talking about when
inspiration.
It comes to photographers, when it comes to people, wedding couples, when it comes to just
everything,
decor, everything.
The brooms. I mean, I do. I follow everything. I look for inspiration. I'm trying to take pieces that will reflect me, pieces that will reflect him, and merge it together to have something really nice. So yeah, we talked to this girl. She was amazing. Hi, Crystal. She is from New Orleans, I believe, but she lives in Atlanta. And we talked to her, and I was just like, this is her. And she was way out of our budget.
We had a discussion. We had our discussion, and that's when we knew. What the thing is with Sierra, that was like, the photography was at the top. And she explained it good to me. She said that
there's never going to be a time where we can redo this again. Like, right. We can't get everybody back in their same outfit, in their same state of mind, and the same location. Like, it can't be recreated.
Right.
And so the photographer, to me, is very important because they're the only vendors that have to work after your wedding, right? Yeah. Everybody else, we're paying for them to do stuff before the wedding. Like, oh, get this flower arrangement, this, and this. But we're paying the photographer because their job is long after our wedding.
Right.
So I felt like it was very important for us to pick her, and we picked her, and then our budget went like this. Okay, next.
Right.
Then we started looking for DJs.
And we did book our DJ.
We did book our DJ.
Right. So what we did was we got with our wedding planner.
Yes.
That's when the wedding planner comes in.
Yes.
And she gave us some recommendations and gave us, a couple of DJs. One we did reach out to, but I don't think it went through. But the second one, the one thing he did say, he said, I don't want to just talk to the bride. I want to talk to both of you guys so I can get both of the vibes and see where the music needs to be. But when we found him and when we had that conversation with him, and he kind of got, my vibes or the music that I listen to, he got the vibes from Sierra music that she listens to, and then the vibes of the people that's going to be there. And he had great reviews.
Absolutely. So. I stalked him on Instagram for a very long time. Once Stacey gave me that information, I was like, follow. And all of his couples gave rave reviews of him. So we got that book. The next thing on our list is picking our bridal party. Right. Because we were having an intimate wedding, we wanted to have a smaller wedding party.
Yeah.
But then that quickly did not happen. It was just, I have my girls that I love, and I mean, they're like, my life is not complete without my girls. And so I wanted to make sure that they understood the who they represented for me. Like, they are my sisters, and they are like, when I'm going through things, those are the first people that I call, and they're always there to answer, and they give me hell, and it's a lot of craziness going on with my friends. But I wanted to make sure that all of them were represented, as you know, without going up too big, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I just picked my guys out the hat. Wrote their names down, put it in. Who gonna be? I bet. Okay. That's how I'm just playing. No, I got my guys. You know, I got friends, but my closest friends, I don't call them my friends. I call them my brothers.
Child, listen, for the longest time, I thought that this man had like 8 brothers. I was like, gosh, you know, your mama got a lot of kids. Nah. Because that's what he literally called everybody. He's like, my brother. And I'm like,
but everybody that know me, they know that's how I agree. You know, my closest partners, they're my brothers.
Their brotherhood.
Yeah, it's very strong. It's almost 10 plus years strong. That's how strong a lot of my friendships are. So,
but yeah, they are a brotherhood. I've been around them. I see the camaraderie that they have with each other. They talk shit all the time, but that's for what you expect. Yeah. So that's how we went about picking our bridal party. We have 6 on my side, 6 on his side. Yes. As far as the adults. As far as kids are concerned, I have 2 junior bridesmaids and he has 2 junior groomsmen. Right. And then we have 2 flower girls. So altogether, 12? And the
ring bearer.
Which is, he's going to be called ring security.
Oh yeah, ring security, not ring bearer. Security.
So we have 12 plus 4 is 16 plus 3 more is what? 19? Yeah. We have 19 people in our bridal party. And so here we go from, we're trying to keep it to like 6. And we got 19.
Yeah. Because it was going to be 3 and 3 on each side. But
yes.
I don't know what happened with that. That went out the door quickly because we went from 3 to 4 to 6. Yeah. In the matter of probably an hour, maybe.
And I wanted to have the people that was like front row to this crazy, that everything was going, like, I wanted them to be there because they kind of were with me along this journey. They know everything that had been happening, so I want them to experience it and just kind of see it come to the finish line. Like, this is it, Michael Jackson. Okay, anyway. So the last thing on our list is planning. So the first thing that I did was my boss actually bought me a little book like this. It's from Levenger. It's leather, has my initials down here. That's CDW. Fun fact, my initials will not change when I get married. It will still stay as CDW, which is great. I just
moved. But that last name changed. Why you think the YouTube channel called Wild Williams?
I mean,
bam!
Wild Wilson Williams. Okay. Nonetheless, so what I did was, I made these little inserts inside of this book, and I have these little tabs on the side here, and it's split up between like venue, budget, bridal party, guest list, event design. It has vendors. It has music. I know I've bugged you a lot about this music situation. So, like, this keeps me so organized. I have all of my contracts, everything that was signed, everything that was executed, how many payments have been made. Like, all of this keeps me organized.
It's a good plan. Yeah. But I'm glad that this one is nice. She said she likes the rings and the cover, and then they got, CD Williams on the bottom.
That is what I use to keep me organized when it comes to wedding planning. Anybody that has planned a wedding, they know that it can be a nightmare. This is the end of our wedding update number 1, and this is from months 15 to 12. This is what I started doing. I kind of started us off, and then we kind of jumped head first into this wedding planning world.
Pretty much.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit the little bell for the notification gang so you can hear or be notified when we are uploading a new video. Tune in next Wednesday for another video in our Wedding Wednesday series. Let us know what you guys want to know about this crazy wedding planning process. Just comment down below. Just leave us something so that we could talk about. Maybe we'll do a Q&A one day, a wedding series. Just ask us questions in the comments and we will do our best to answer it as quickly as possible.
But y'all gotta help us out though.
Right.
We don't know what y'all thinking. Y'all don't tell us.
Yes.
So you got our social medias, you got this. All you gotta do is comment or send us a message or whatever.
Yes.
You know, hit us up. We'll talk back to you. You know, we're not shy people. We'll talk to you. We'll talk to you.
We will. Just hit us up.
All right.
Beat me now, I wanna call me on my cell phone. I'll call you back to see what you tell me. Okay, no. All right. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace out. Mwah.